What up, guys? It's your boy Juice. I'm here with the GreenTeamers, Marvin and Ernie.
What's going on, guys?
What up, guys?
And we got a special episode for you today because the Celtics just played yesterday. They're not the home opener, but
season opener.
Season opener,
yeah.
That's the word.
So we back, baby.
Yes, sir.
About time.
So with the Celtics starting their season last night, we're gonna do a little recap of the game last night. Also, the NBA's top 75 list just came
Top
out.
75.
So we'll go over that really briefly. Not too much on it, but we'll just go over some names that surprised us, and then some names that didn't make the list that also surprised us.
Right.
As always, we got a joint ready for you guys. Marvin's gonna roll up another one just so we can have a little compare and contrast. But mainly, the Celtics are back, so the GreenTeamers are back, baby. So stay tuned. First game of the season for the C's last night.
Yeah.
Wow, that double OT, right?
Double OT.
Before we get to, let me just say this: the NBA has, in comparing all four major sports, the NBA has the greatest offseason in terms of drama, story, this, that, and like, every day it seems like there's a story in the NBA. Whether it be Kyrie's vaccine, fucking.
They got nothing on soccer, bro. I'm sorry.
You think? Oh, I don't know.
That might be something else, but I was gonna say they ain't got nothing on the NFL, man. I feel like
the off season.
I think like when something happens in the off season for the NFL, it's not something like a player's unhappy with his contract. It's John Gruden being racist in emails and having cheerleaders send nude pics to keep their jobs.
True. I see what you mean. But when it comes to like keeping it consistent, the NBA does that well. Like they always seem to find something to keep going in the news. The NFL during the offseason, they'll go a couple of weeks. They might even go a month where you don't hear shit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying just more of a consistent
one
news, headline after the other.
Always a headline.
I looked at it more of like the NFL. You're right. They can go weeks without a headline, but as soon as that next headline, it's a major headline.
Deshaun Watson. Watson, right?
Yeah. Anyways, veering back onto topic, guys.
Celtics, right? That's
Celtics, yeah. So that double overtime thriller last night was crazy.
Jaylen Brown playing out of this world, and then Jason Tatum playing out of this world. Like I think 7 for 30.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, like you guys were saying, went off. Great to see that, especially coming off not being able to practice for I think it was 10 days.
Yeah, COVID.
And then also just having COVID, and then also not playing basketball for the last.
Yeah, he was in the lab the last 10 days. Like they said, oh, you can't practice with the squad. He's like, all right, bet keep me in this room, whatever. Give me a ball. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for the next 10 days because he was working. There's no way in hell this dude was just sleeping, chilling, Bob.
Yeah. It showed that
he was working the last 10 days.
Yeah, and the great thing is. You could tell he was gonna have a big game right out of the gate. I think he was either the first
four
buckets or at least half the points when we had 20 points or something.
He had 11 points out of out of 19 or something.
Right.
No, out of 14.
Out of 14.
He dropped 11. 11 out of the first 14 he scored. He had that and one, a couple of threes. All that guy. Yeah, he was cooking.
Yeah. So I think we can all agree that Jaylen Brown had a great game last night.
Jaylen had a great game. We all know Tatum didn't have a great game. But what do y'all think about the Marcus Smart at point guard project that we got going on?
To be honest, and I'll tell you this, I think Marcus had a good game last night, but at one point I had deja vu and night terror flashbacks of last season.
Nigga pulling up for three,
just bricking it, and then that one pass he was trying to toss it to Tatum, and it literally he just threw it away. And right then I was there, I was just like, dude, what are you doing? And I think that right there just shows how that project will end up going. Is Marcus Smart shouldn't be our point guard. Maybe at least not our starting point guard. I think Dennis Schroeder actually had.
Insane.
I think Dennis Schroeder had
a solid game.
Exactly. I thought he had a very solid.
All of his shots were They weren't contested. They were
They
smart
weren't
shots
contested.
in the mid-range jumpers that were effective and efficient.
Yes, exactly. I thought Dennis Schroeder had the perfect game as far as what he needs to do consistently for the rest of the season. Just giving us 12, 14 points on some good shots. He played pretty well on defense. Like he held his own with his man.
Right. I'm not saying don't start smart.
Just not a point guard. Yeah, exactly.
You got to move everybody up. 2, Jalen 3, Tatum 4, and then you got Horford at the 5, or you got Robert Williams at the 5. I like Robert Williams.
And I think we touched on this a couple videos back. I just don't think Tatum at the 4 and Jalen at the 3. I don't think that's our most efficient lineup. So I think I would just plug in Dennis for Marcus Smart and just keep the lineup fairly similar to last night, except for Grant Williams, which I guess we'll also have to talk about.
So Marcus goes back to a 6-man?
6-man. And I think that's what he's best at.
It might be what he's best at, but I don't think that's what he's looking for.
No? And I mean, I agree with you just in the fact that you don't just pay someone $19 million, like give him a brand new contract and then have him
come off the bench.
Yeah.
So do you think we should look for a new point guard? Or
No. We have Dennis. I've been saying since day one, Dennis should be the starting point.
Yeah, for sure. Last night, like we're saying, just showed that Dennis doesn't try to do too much, and he still gets to eat.
But that's because I think Marcus is trying to prove that he's worth the $19 million.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, but
he's got to be like, all right, I'm $19 million now. I gotta show that I'm worth that shit.
Is he the team captain?
I honestly couldn't tell you who the team captain.
He should be. Doesn't he have the most seniority there?
I didn't think they were going to go on seniority. I was hoping they wouldn't, because then off the rip I was that just leaves Marcus.
Which is crazy in itself to kind of think about.
We got a young squad.
We have a very young squad.
But back to the game last night. It was a solid game. However, we did lose. I did like what I saw from the Celtics.
I think that was, what was it, the first overtime?
Yeah.
First overtime was just 3. Matching 3 for 3 for 3 for 3. I think there was like 5 or 6 in a row. But I do want to touch on the bench guys coming up big last night. I think everybody who came off the bench did a great job at showing that they improved in the offseason.
Yeah.
Granted, this is just a 1-game sample size.
Romeo Langford.
But Romeo Langford.
Yeah, I like what I saw from him.
He did great. Aaron Naismith had a good game. Even Grant Williams, like you guys know, I'm a Grant Williams hater.
He showed up.
He showed up.
He showed up.
And honestly, when you think about it, he didn't do anything too special. You know what I mean?
He couldn't guard Julius or Randall.
Yeah.
He couldn't guard that motherfucker.
Which let me get to is he hit those 3 threes that got us back. Like that's the only reason we made a comeback was because of Grant Williams. Not because of him, but he definitely helped.
He added that.
I agree with that.
And so I can't hate on Grant. He did exactly what I thought he should have done last year, which is if you're open and you're in the corner, your job as an NBA player is to just hit the fucking shot. Yep. That's all you got to do is hit your shot when your name is called, and he did that. But to bring up your point, Julius Randle was eating him for dinner, bro.
He ate that nigga alive.
Dude,
like,
it was ridiculous.
Marcus Smart played better defense on him, which was crazy. I was looking at that like, that ain't right. That ain't right. Shit ain't right.
Absolutely. And I think that kind of brings my ultimate point about Grant Williams is that he's decent, but he's always going to be an end of the bench kind of guy, in my opinion. But the fact that Marcus Smart can play better D than him just shows that Grant Williams is already a small center.
Yeah, so he's playing.
So he's
not playing up to his size.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a whole nother reason why
the fuck we have him.
Yeah, exactly. Because he can play well like he did last night, but as you can tell, he's just too small to play that position and too big to play other positions.
We were hoping for that Draymond Green, but we're getting
Grant Williams.
But yeah, if Grant Williams was as good as Draymond Green, then we'd be sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be cool with that.
Another thing that I wanted to touch on is the game that Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker both had. You know, both ex-Celtics, and they both showed up for the Knicks.
If Fournier played like that during the playoffs last year, we could have brought them to 6.
Yeah.
We would have lost still, but we would have brought them to 6.
I just think Evan Fournier just wasn't fitting on the team. Like he wasn't fitting as well as Dennis Schroeder is.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes down to play style. But you're right. If Evan Fournier could just play like he did last night, I think that whole playoff run ends a little bit different. Maybe not a championship, but potentially ends differently. I was actually telling Hugo before we got here that I think Evan Fournier had more points last night than he had in the 20-30 games that he played with the Celtics last season. So
that's messed up.
The dude was cooking. Like, watching him play made you realize why we signed him, and then wondering why he didn't do that when we signed him. Like that. Even Kemba didn't look too bad last night.
That's what I'm saying. They both had a good game. Kemba didn't play the overtime, but that's injured. I think they're just preserving him, but again, that's just from injuries. So I saw that one coming, and D Rose had a big play at the end. I think he was the one that put them up by 4.
Kemba didn't play the OT at all.
I think he might have played some of the first OT, but he didn't play much, if at all, I guess.
Yeah, he really might be damaged goods.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you're not going to go into double OT every night, so if he can play he technically played the 4 quarters, you know what I mean?
Right.
But aside from that, the Celtics start the season 0-1. Again, I don't think anything to panic about. It's literally just one game. We can bounce back, go on a 5-game winning streak for all we know.
I'm not pressed at all. I liked what I saw from the Celtics.
Yeah, overall as a team, they played very well. The ball movement was definitely improved. Definitely had a lot more assists this time around. The turnovers is definitely what killed us. I think we had like 17. But overall, not a bad game, but I will say I had deja vu of moments of last season, and we look like we're playing better, but we're still getting the same results.
What do you mean?
Because it'll seem like we'll play well in the first couple quarters, then we'll slack, let the other team catch up.
Okay.
Then the other team will take over, take the lead, and then we'll be like, oh shit, we're actually losing.
Let's come
so
back.
then we'll step up. Yeah, we'll come back, make it close, but ultimately end up losing by 2 to 4, maybe 5 points. Yeah. So, like I said, it was just deja vu of moments from last season. So we look like we're playing better, but same results. So hopefully Ime can figure some of that stuff out.
Rotation.
Yeah, definitely rotation. There were a couple moments where, at the time, I thought Grant Williams should have been in for Dennis Schroeder at the end there, and that's just solely on the fact that he hit those 3 3-pointers.
So he's hot.
So exactly, and it's if you're hot, give the guy the ball. Which is, dude.
That's what Jason didn't do.
See this reaction firsthand. What the hell is Jason Tatum doing?
Trying to go for the game.
Trying to go for the game winner at the end when you're shooting 7 for 30.
Dog, it ain't your night.
It ain't your night, bro. Give the damn ball to Jaylen Brown, bro.
Jaylen, though, that was his night, bro.
That was his 50-piece right there, bro.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about that.
Like, come on,
At
bro.
the time, I wasn't mad about it. I just said, damn it, Tatum could find a better shot.
Yeah.
But no, scratch finding a better shot. You should have passed the
That's
ball.
what I'm saying.
That wasn't
The whole rhetoric, I don't know if I used that word correctly, the whole rhetoric this offseason for Jason Tatum was jumping to superstar level, and the way to do that is by making other people around you better.
Yeah, that was a moment.
And he did he had a few assists last night, but you know what I mean? There's no reason he shouldn't have passed the ball to Jaylen Brown. So for me, it's literally like, what are you doing, bro?
You right, nigga. I agree with that. So yeah, we got the upcoming game on Friday, playing the Raptors, and then we're playing the Rockets on Sunday.
Gotcha.
I think both games should be an easy fucking
win.
Yeah,
I hear you.
We should get our first win against the Rockets.
Yeah, absolutely. We should get a win against
both.
Yeah.
The Raptors first, I mean.
Which of those is our home opener? Do you know?
I think it's the Raptors.
The Raptors, and that's on Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Okay, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like the season home opener is tomorrow. So if you're going, turn up, get lit, shout for us, cause we'll be watching.
No, it's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, so get lit for us. Get ready for us.
Hey, it's a Friday night 2 game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
So it'll be good.
You got the Red Sox playing too. That's gonna be a good
Hey, that's a lit Boston.
That's gonna be a good Boston.
Hell yeah, that'll be nice. So go Celtics. Go Red Sox. All right, so just moving on from the Celtics, I did want to mention what we just finished smoking on. Today we had the Banana Runts number 10 to be exact, from Rugged Roots, courtesy of Sensimia. Some of you viewers probably already know. They're actually my favorite grower and storefront up in Maine, so shout out to them. What did you guys think of the bud?
I thought it was it really wasn't all that much.
You motherfucker.
No, it's pretty. It got me pretty lit the first fucking 20 minutes during that Celtics talk.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I was losing my train of thought over and over.
I couldn't tell you what it is as far as the type of what's the word I'm looking for? Like an indica, sativa, or hybrid.
Strain, I guess.
So Hugo, for you, what do you? If you had to take a guess, what would you?
Yeah. But more of a sativa dominant. I think it's a hybrid, but a more sativa dominant.
Marvin, you said you don't know what yours is today?
I don't know actually, but if I were to assume, I've spoken it for the last couple of days. It's not right to assume because it makes an ass out of you and me. But I'm gonna do it anyways. I would say it's definitely an indica.
Definitely an indica?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or at least a hybrid at least. With like an indica dominant hybrid.
I wanted to touch on a subject that we actually talked about last week, and it was the one when you guys brought up the Dave Chappelle special.
Yep.
You guys were talking about how it was kind of controversial.
Kinda.
Or yeah, good point. How it was controversial, and the LGBTQ community and some of their leaders felt some type of way, so they kind of started getting some things organized. And I believe it happened today, if not maybe yesterday. They threatened to have a walkout, and they actually went through with it. So that happened today. I don't know what happens to their jobs.
I know the CEO apologized.
The CEO of Netflix?
Yeah, for how he handled it.
Did he?
Yeah, not for what he did. Like, he still, like, 100% agrees with what he did. It's just, he apologizes how he did it.
It's more of a moral thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
100%.
But business-wise...
Which is why he's trying to cover up his tracks right now by saying he apologizes by how he handled it.
Right. But he
doesn't really fucking apologize. No, he's just like, all right, guys, we gotta try to save something here.
Yeah, save face.
Sitting there in his mansion in Calabasas.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what were their names again?
Have you guys seen anything interesting on Netflix lately? Or in the last weeks after Squid Game? Did you finish Squid Game?
I still haven't watched episode 2.
I want to spoil it.
Wow. I think at that point, are we allowed to just spoil it for you?
Damn, bro, nah, dude.
Nah.
We'll give you another week.
All right, yeah.
I still gotta watch you too, as well.
Fuck you.
You as well.
You don't like it?
Squid Game? I haven't even watched it.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying Squid Games.
Before that?
Yeah,
okay.
get through that before
Squid
Halloween.
Games
Yeah, before Halloween rolls through. And speaking of Halloween, that new Halloween movie came out, the Michael Myers one, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I think it had Jamie Lee Curtis in it, so I think it was kind of like a throwback to the original.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Have you guys heard anything of it? I heard it was good.
Wasn't she in Freaky Friday?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's why I remember.
That's why I first saw
that
her.
name sound familiar. I'm like, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
Freaky Friday. There we go.
That's a good movie too,
It
by the
was a
way.
good movie.
That was.
Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it either, but my boy watched it.
What'd he say?
You know,
Good.
Fabs.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris.
See Fabs?
Yeah. So he's a big fan
Gotcha.
of Halloween. Like, he watched the original. He loves that. I went with him for the one that was before this one that released.
Oh, okay, like
Which was like
2017.
20, yeah, or 18, some shit like that.
Gotcha.
And
I heard that one was better.
to me, it was like, in his point of view, it was.
Story
In my
wise.
point of view, I was like, I never seen the original. I was like, fuck it, I'll go with you, bro.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I'm not a big fan, so I'm just like, why don't we just shoot him, bro?
I heard this new one was more, you can say Saw related, because it was just gory, motherfuckers just dying in the craziest ways.
I heard it was
Gotcha.
more of like a build-up.
Yeah, build up to the next one that's coming.
Yeah.
There was no, like, you could afford to miss this one.
Just
And,
watch it.
yeah.
Was
and
this
watch the
one,
next
do you guys know, was this one a remake of the original?
No,
Or
they
is this
continued
just,
it.
oh, okay, gotcha.
But the original only, from like, I think 3 to 5 or whatever.
That you had.
It's me.
Is it you?
It's me. So like, there's a certain timeline to this shit. Like,
Gotcha.
they like disregarded like 3 or 4 movies.
And just,
Because I think some of them do build off the original, so it's technically like a sequel.
Yeah.
But I guess this
this
new
was
one,
a sequel. Yeah.
But yeah, I think over time, because there have been remakes of the original Halloween already.
Okay,
so
so
I think,
you just follow the original and then maybe one more in between.
I think the second one.
yeah, I think there's, if you like, you really put down all the Michael Myers movies, there'd be like
Halloween
intertwined.
universe.
Halloween.
Halloween.
The sequel.
There'd be a whole like
Yeah, the cinematic
intertwining of
universe.
different storylines.
I say like if you like it, watch it.
Okay.
You feel me? Might as well like build the story up so the next one.
But you don't have to see this one to see the next one that comes up.
What?
Like I don't guess so, but I feel like you should just for the story.
Okay. I know the new one that's coming out next year.
It was supposed to be.
I think you gotta watch
It was
this
supposed to
one
come back
to watch
after
the next
back.
one.
There's
Yeah.
a time lapse of like 6 years in the next movie.
It was supposed to be back to back movies. You feel me?
No bullshit.
Mikael Myers. Have you seen that Vine?
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that Vine? I'm gonna show you that. That shit's mad funny.
Javen, why you wanna wear the wig? You like a Mikael Myers.
Mikael.
Yes, that's not Michael. That's that's Mikael Myers. That's like Grandma Myers.
All right. Well, we had a pretty long conversation here. We're a good hours of change into this podcast, so we're gonna wrap things up here. Appreciate you guys hanging around, sticking around with us.
Yeah.
Keep following, keep liking, subscribing. We're on YouTube now. We're gonna keep posting on YouTube, so we want to gain our followers up, gain our views up. We appreciate all the support. We're gonna keep going. We're not gonna stop. The season just started. We're just getting started. We got the logo, banner, getting merch. We're doing a whole lot of shit. We're really getting things going.
Yeah, for sure. Like we're always talking about those moves we were making in the background. They're actually starting to come together, starting to actually, starting to pick up some pace. So definitely stay tuned, guys. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
Peace.
Yo, how is that
First
fire
person.
alarm not going off?
Facts.